Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome,
guys.
Coach Taryn.
Hello. Nice to be here, finally.
I know, guys. We're going to tell you a funny story. This has been like 3 weeks in the making. It's not even a joke. Oh, goodness.
It's been a while. It's been a
while.
while.
It's been a hot minute. So, yeah, we were meant to have this Coach's Corner with Taryn literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But we're finally here. We're here. Finally.
Ready to rumble.
Absolutely
Hi,
ready to
Pat.
rumble. Hi guys. Taryn, you can see where we can see the comments. Say you want to click on that if you want to rad. Okay, cool. So we're on the same page. Taryn, how are you, man? How are you feeling after your workout on Monday?
Oh, that was one of my favorite workouts with you. I absolutely loved it.
Stop it.
Yeah, you're super good and super easy to talk to. So obviously it was amazing. Giving you some
Listen,
crazy
right back at you. I feel like we are kindred spirits. Honestly, you guys, okay, just to give everyone like a bit of a background, we did the Monday live 6:30 class together. Please go and do yourself a favor and go watch it if you haven't watched it already. Go do the workout. But do yourself a favor, before you dive into the workout, just watch a bit of the coffee catch-up. You will never believe that Taryn and I had met 15 minutes ago, like prior to that, for the first time. Literally, it was the first time
we had ever met in person, and it was like we had known each other for years.
I know. It was awesome.
Amazing.
It was awesome. So much fun. So much fun.
Hashtag bestie.
Say it again.
I said hashtag bestie.
Yay! I love being a bestie. I'll take that. I'll take that title. People must know.
Yeah.
Sure, guys. Hello, Coach Lee. Coach Lee is also an absolute biscuit. One of my absolute faves. What a special human. Oh, Coach Jess is here as well.
She wouldn't miss it. My steam kitten.
Absolutely. Have you seen that jacket she is wearing today? My goodness.
No, I haven't.
Actually, I'm going to call her out now. Coach Jess, you have to now take a photo of you in that.
Is it paper print?
Yeah. Oh yes, you know the one.
I know the one. It's her trademark.
Absolutely. Jess, you have to take a photo of yourself in that jacket, and you have to share it on your social media and show people how you're keeping warm today.
I love it.
It's so steamy. Hello, Candace. Hello, Auntie Pat again. That's how this community is. We know everyone virtually. Absolutely, Auntie Pat. And I think that's the thing, right? Although Taryn and I had literally just met for the first time on Monday and then did a live workout together that same morning, and it felt like we know each other pretty much our whole lives. Yeah. And that's the great thing about this community, is that when you do eventually meet someone in person, because you've been dealing with one another virtually for so long, you know, it's not awkward.
You follows through. Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hello, Maney, Shani, Iva. Is it Iva or Eva? Let me know. Guys, keep swiping in. It is a beautiful name, hey? Mm-hmm. Either pronunciation, or maybe both are wrong. So maybe Iva/Eva can let us know which is the correct pronunciation. But it is a beautiful name. Beautiful name. Jess says, Tazza, you amazing.
Oh,
sweet, man. I love it.
Jess, Melissa, and I all started at the same time, and we've formed such an incredible bond between the three of us. It's another thing. Like we've never met Jess before, Mel and I, because she obviously lives in Joburg. But Mel and I have met 3 times maybe, and it was exactly the same when we met in person. It was like we had known each other for years. It was like we were best friends and we saw each other every day. And it would be exactly the same if it was us meeting Jess in person. So yeah, we've formed an amazing friendship, and it's so special. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, love hearing that. So, I mean, speaking about you starting together, maybe we can just go back a little bit, and you can tell us a little bit more about what were you doing before you joined the Jeff coaching team, and then follow that with also letting us know then how did you hear about the opportunity to potentially apply for the role.
Yeah, okay. So going back quite a few years, after school, I've been surfing for since I was 14. Normal stand-up surfing, competing a little bit here and there. And then when I left school, I went on a gap year, and I came back from London 25 kilos heavier, believe it or not, and got back into my surfing.
Heathrow injection, hey?
Full-on Heathrow injection. It's extremely common. I'm sure everyone that's been there has experienced some sort of Heathrow injection. Yeah.
30 kilos in 3 years.
Okay, well, I was 24 in 11 months. So,
woo!
Yeah, it was a big
if there was an award.
First prize goes to me. Yeah,
great that you can laugh about it. It's great
yeah,
you
can laugh about it now. You can, but I was always, when growing up, like I've always kind of eaten what I've wanted, and been very active, and that's just kind of how my life was. I was surfing all the time. I was always very active at school. I was always winning races at school, and I got the Victrix Ludorum and so on. But I've never been mindful about what I've been eating. So when I went to London, all the exercising stopped, all the surfing stopped, but the eating carried on as is. And, that was just, it was such a shock to me. It was a big wake up call. Anyway, so I came back from London, a little bit heavier, and got straight back into my surfing, and the weight obviously fell off me. And then I actually, a year later, I won my first South African title, and at South African Longboard Champs, which was awesome. Wow. Yeah. And then ever since then, I've been competing nonstop, nationally and internationally. I started stand-up paddleboarding about 8 years ago. And 2 years into that, I got chosen for the South African team, and I represented South Africa in Nicaragua. And that was in 2014. Then 2015, I went to World Champs in Mexico. 2016 was Fiji. So I've seen quite a few different places, and it's taken me all over the world with my husband, which is extra special. And then 2017, we had our little boy, Koa. So I've got a 3.5-year-old little boy. He's turning 4 in October. He's amazing. He's the light of our lives and just so special. And then, so I had a little bit of a break in 2017. 2018 and 2019, I got back on the competing wagon. 2018, I was competing locally, and then in 2019, I went to World Champs in China, which was quite cool. And yeah, work-wise, I've been coaching pretty much since for the last 6 years, I've been coaching, but not necessarily all with Jeff. Surfing and stand-up paddleboarding is where I've been coaching. My parents own a surf store in Muizenberg in Cape Town, and I ran.
No, I didn't know that. Which surf store?
Yeah. Expression on the beach. It was on the beachfront next to Kauai, where Kauai is now. But we've actually just moved into a bigger premises just on the other side of the railway line. So yeah, all really exciting. So I managed the store. I managed the store for a long time, which was nice because it allowed me to travel like I needed to and still work, which was awesome. And then coaching. I've been coaching surfing for a very long time, and stand-up paddleboarding, and I coached a all-ladies subgroup called the Wahinis, which hold a very special place in my heart. I know that one of my clients who is a Wahini, Lizette, is watching, so it's awesome to have her following me, which is cool. And those ladies, it's incredible just to see how they've grown over the last couple of years, and the confidence, and it's amazing. 2 of them are actually going to World Champs now this year, which is incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
Okay, so the
yeah.
wahinis are not just it's not just social supping, clearly.
Well, it starts off as that, and then depending which route you take, how seriously you take it. Yeah, so it's very cool. And yeah, now I have found Jeff, which is incredible. I'm loving every second of it. Lucy, Coach Lucy, was part of the Wahinis, and during lockdown last year, yeah, during lockdown last year, I started doing, obviously because I've been competing a lot. I obviously do a lot of cross training, so I didn't want to lose the momentum with the Wahinis. Obviously, we couldn't. The beaches were closed for so long, and we were stuck in our homes. So I actually started doing live workouts with my Wahini group on Zoom. And this obviously alerted some alarm bells for Lucy, and she got hold of me and she was like, "You are going to be the perfect candidate for Jeff. I need to get you involved. Let's do it." So yeah, that's how this all came about, which is awesome.
That's incredible. Wow, what a story.
Yeah.
Crikey. Now let's take it back a little bit. You said you had some real nuggets from what you said. So first of all, have you just always come from a super active ocean family? I mean, your folks own a surf store. So is that sort of just been in your blood? Like I mean, it was always it always made sense that you would go into surfing and stand up paddleboarding. It was quite a natural progression, or is it? Yeah, tell us what happened there.
Okay, so yes, my grandfather grew up in Fishhook, and he spent his days on the beach surfing with his brothers and his family and friends. Then my uncle also followed in the same footsteps. He was a very good surfer. He still is a very good surfer. So it definitely was in my bones, but I didn't actually start surfing with them, quite strangely. I mean, as a young child, I remember spending summer days on Fishhook Beach almost every single day during school holidays. But I actually started surfing only when I was 14. Just my best friend's brother was into it, and we were like, cool, let's try it, and we went down to the beach one Friday afternoon, and the rest was history, really.
I know how that goes. We have a crush on the friend's older brother, so we want to do the sport they do.
It actually was nothing like that.
I know. Wink twice.
Oh gosh, you always got to make things a little orcs, don't you?
Yes, because it's funny. Okay, you know what? I am projecting. I started playing water polo at 14, literally only because my best friends, I had my best friend, her brother played water polo, and I was absolutely obsessed with him. I was so in love. As in love as you can be at the age of 13, 14.
Exactly.
And that was the reason I started water polo. So.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's so good.
No,
So
that's
kind
amazing.
of where it all went. Yeah. And then my mom and my stepfather, they met my my very good friend Chelsea and I, who Chelsea is now my stepsister. We actually set my mom and her dad up.
No, stop it.
And they ended up getting married. Yeah. It was quite
Oh my
special.
goodness. I love that. It's like a little bit of a parent trap situation.
Yeah. It exactly is.
Did they know they were being set up? Was it quite obvious?
Yeah, no, they did. We definitely ran that by them first. But yeah, it was cool. Like, we didn't expect it to go where it did, but that's where it happened.
Amazing.
And yeah, Gary is obviously always he's been very involved with surfing since like he was very young. So him and my mom opened up Expression on the Beach in Muizenberg, and that's kind of where it all went.
That's so cool. Oh my word. And so obviously it's no surprise that Koa's name is a little unusual. It's not one you hear every day. I think you mentioned on Monday it's a Hawaiian name.
Yeah, correct. So the year before I fell pregnant and we decided that we wanted to expand our family, we spent a couple of months in Hawaii, competing and just traveling. And Hawaii is a place it's incredible. It honestly is one of the best places in the world. And it was a name that I had heard of there, which means brave warrior. And it kind
Love
of
that.
just stuck with me for a long time. It's very unusual. And my mom was like, people are always going to ask, like, sorry, what is his name? How do you spell that? Like, and I was like, Mom, like, it's fine. He'll get through life. I promise you. So we were quite indecisive, my husband and I. It was either Oliver or Koa, and then we waited till we actually saw him and he was born, and we thought we would know, and we knew that his name was, he suited Koa. So yeah, that means brave warrior. And it's also a koa tree in Hawaii. The wood from a koa tree is also used to make surfboards, which is quite special.
Stop it. I love that. I love that. Crikey. So you must really be missing or have been missing the last 18 months, if or so, having the opportunities to travel with your sport. I mean, it sounds like much. Yeah.
It's been kind of bittersweet. I mean, it's been amazing spending time at home, which is always special. But the travel bug is starting to itch a little bit. So I'm hoping for a trip soon. But I mean, there's no place like home. We've been to quite a few places, and Cape Town is still extremely special. And there's no place in the world like Cape Town. It's incredible.
Absolutely. So true.
I do love it here.
So true, man. So true. And you've actually just made talking about overseas travel, you've just made the SA team to go to World Champs for supping. So for those of you who don't know, supping is not some fancy word that we've just made up here and now. It's the acronym for stand-up paddleboarding or stand-up boarding, whatever. And where are you guys planning on going for World Champs? What's the venue there?
So World Champs is in Hungary this year. It's actually next month in Hungary. But this year I have declined to go, unfortunately, which is like unheard of for me. It was a very, very difficult decision to make and a very tough pill to swallow. But the timing is just not right. It's extremely expensive to travel, and it's all self-funded. So that obviously is a huge factor. And also traveling without my family at this time is a little bit risky. I don't want to be stuck on the other side of the world and not be able to come home.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of uncertainty. So I just felt like it was the right decision to make.
Sure.
Yeah, it was tough, but it was the right one.
That's not an easy decision to make, not at all. But you know what? It's not going to be the last time you're going to be representing South Africa. Not at all. You will get your chance again. Absolutely. I back you. I haven't even seen you sup or surf before, and I know you're gonna do it. Now, with the coaching, obviously coaching is just part of who you are. I mean, you've mentioned you've been coaching for years, and now obviously more in the virtual space, just given everything in the world going on in the world right now. What would you say, in terms of the virtual space, coaching at Jeff? What is your one of your tips for success for your clients on their health and fitness journey?
I think just consistency. Check in with your coach every single day. Make sure that they know exactly how you're feeling. Be honest about it. If they've been cheat days, be honest about those cheat days. We're only human, everybody has them, and we got to put it behind us. We got to own it. I mean, I know that word at Jeff is the key motto is own it. So we got to own it, and we got to move forward, and we got to focus on the positives going forward. So
Absolutely.
Just consistency and honesty. Your coach is there for you. So always check in.
Love that. So good. And I mean, I don't know if everyone else knows this, but when you start off as a coach at Jeff, just part of your onboarding and your training is, if you haven't already, prior to joining the Jeff coaching team, we encourage our coaches to actually try the one-on-one program themselves. So you get allocated to a coach. You actually do, and you experience what it's like to be a client on the one-on-one program. So you really can get into the shoes of the client and understand what the clients go through, and it's so important, right? So Having been on the 101 program and knowing there's 101 principles, what is the number one-on-one rule that you break yourself?
So it's not really, this is a difficult question, but it's not really a rule, I guess. But
Yeah.
I hope Adrian's not listening to this. But usually I do try and do some sort of keto diet just leading up to an event. I don't think it's sustainable at all. But it does.
Yes, no, Adrian must definitely not be listening right now.
For my body type, it definitely works for me personally. Just leading up to an event, I do feel like I get quite lean and quite strong, but it's not sustainable. And yeah,
it's not a lifestyle. It's not something. No, it's not a lifestyle principle. Definitely. And I think that's also the difference with the that's also obviously the difference with what we do here, Jeff, is that the nutritional principles we're asking our clients to buy into and understand is that it's not about those quick fixes. Absolutely. Exactly. It's not a diet.
Exactly. And it's the keto diet, to be honest, it's not sustainable. It's not something that I would do regularly. But for me, going forward, just with leading up to events, it's kind of what helps me kind of get my mind right, kind of get lean and feel like I've really got strong and got my mindset right. It helps me to kind of get my mindset right. But on a 90% of the year, I am on my normal diet, a very balanced diet, eating my carbohydrates, not at night, but during the day.
Awesome, T. Awesome, man. And do you have any like guilty pleasure snacks that you sort of are your go-to, maybe on weekends, or like that one thing that just helps curb unnecessary cravings, or when it's Shark Week, monthly cycles and all, us women, something like that, your little go-to thing. I'll give you mine. So something that really, really helps, especially that premenstrual week. Ladies, you all know what I'm talking about. When the chocolate craving is just all too overwhelming. Oh my goodness. I am obsessed with the Nomu Skinny Hot Chocolate. I'll have a cup of that, and I'll take 2 blocks of the Lindt Chili Dark Chocolate, and literally dip and suck on the chocolate and drink. So I'm getting chocolate in drink form, chocolate in block form, win-win, and it's
amazing.
And it's low calorie, so it's guilt-free.
I can relate. I really can relate, because mine is the sea salt Lindt dipped in my black rooibos tea very regularly.
So not only is your sport, oh my gosh, it's so funny, your sport is in seawater, and then of course your go-to chocolate has sea salt in it as well.
The other day I was so upset. Jess will relate to this because I moaned to her and Melissa about it. But I had grabbed a bit out of there was a bit in the cupboard when I was leaving the house, so I grabbed it to have during the day, and I grabbed the mint one instead. There was a couple in the cupboard, and I was so upset. I was like, all I wanted was the sea salt one, and I've got the mint. Although I do like the mint, but I just didn't feel like it that day because I love the sea salt. So I was pretty bummed.
Oh no, it's not. It's my worst day when you're expecting one thing and you get a different thing. It's just it just throws you. It really throws you. I can relate. Absolutely. Let's see here some of the comments. Sure, we've got so many coming in. Maney says hi. Shani, Ivor, we said those already. Sorry, I'm repeating myself here. Karen is here. Claudia is here. Coach Lauren says, how's it? Our Coach Lee says, not only a great coach, but a great surfing coach as well.
Oh, Lee's been an absolute champ in the water. We've been surfing on the weekends. She's such a legend.
Amazing, man. That's brilliant. Love it. Obviously my invitation got lost in the emails somewhere. Hey, yeah.
Jade, be careful what you wish for. Hey, this weekend's a long weekend.
Oh, no, don't say that. Guys, I'm scared of sharks. That's another conversation for another time. Coach Lee says Jade is the queen of orcs. I don't know about that. But listen, you know what's great about saying these awkward things is that it opens up conversation. It allows for laughter.
Absolutely.
And with laughter comes relaxation, because we all know we all get a little bit nervous when we go live with these little chats and things.
Oh,
So
I was so
it's
nervous.
just
My
a
word,
little
I was
icebreaker.
sweating and I was super nervous. But
No,
now
you're
it's
doing
like
great.
I'm talking to my mates, which
Exactly.
is awesome.
And you are. And we've only got 4 minutes left. That's how fast the time has gone.
Oh my word. Wow. Time
Absolutely.
flies.
Jess says she started rowing because they had to do it at a boys' school. At least you're honest, Jess. Keep yourself honest.
Gosh, that's so
Oh,
funny.
goodness gracious. Guys, loving these. And Jess says that Koa surfs. Oh, my word. Okay, this kid is just...
He does. We've got him in the water quite a lot, which is awesome.
Oh, man, does he love it?
Sometimes, not all the time.
That's okay.
But when he says to me, "Oh, Mama, I feel like going for a surf," I'm like, "Okay, cool, let's go. Pack the car. Like, there's no time to change your mind now. We're going." So I take full advantage when I can.
Love it. Oh, shame, man. He's still figuring out who he is. That's okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So many lovers of Lindt chocolates here coming in the comments, guys. We are all part of that Lindt loving team. Wilma says she also loves that ice cream. So yeah.
So good.
Goodness gracious. Oh, shame. Jess says she's also scared of sea animals. Now, I didn't say I'm scared of sea animals, Jess. That's quite a broad, it's an umbrella of...
Jess lives in Joburg. It's understandable. It's understandable.
True.
Just
Very
jokes,
true.
Jokes.
We love you, Jess. So I have to ask, if Steven Spielberg came to your house tomorrow, that's the only film director that came to my mind right now, guys. Roll with it. And he was like, Taryn King, you are amazing. I wanna film a movie about your life. Taryn, who would be the Hollywood or famous actress that you would want to play you in your life movie?
Oh, goodness me. So really difficult, but I'm just going back to thinking about movies I loved when I was younger and looking at these girls and oh my gosh, they're amazing. So either Sarah Jessica Parker or Cameron Diaz.
Great
and I
choices.
Think maybe Cameron Diaz, yeah.
And I think Cameron Diaz can actually surf. So
yeah, she I actually have seen that before. I have. She dated Kelly Slater for a bit, I think.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
and
that's
Pamela
cool.
Anderson. Pamela Anderson also did.
Holy moly. But Pam is not one of your two. You want either SJP or Miss Cam Diaz. Okay. Both are probably a little bit older than you to be playing you, but maybe younger versions of them playing you right now.
Back in the day.
Absolutely. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Those are great choices. Holy smokes. Speaking about famous people, last question. Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, gosh. That's also really hard.
First name that pops into your mind.
George Clooney.
Can't go wrong there.
He is, for an older gentleman, he is quite a looker. Rather steamy.
He is very steamy. I know I said it was my last question, but I lied. Sorry. I didn't lie. It's a little fib. I actually have one more question to finish us out. As we all know, this month we are focusing quite a lot on the importance around mental health, right? So much of our messaging and importance focuses around health on a whole, or health overall. So touching on healthy mind, healthy body. So it's all about nutrition. It's the pillars, right? It's the health pillars. You've got nutrition, exercise, sleep, mindset. Those are your 4 pillars of health. And I think so often, generally, I'm not saying we as in Jeff, I'm saying globally as human beings, we're so focused on physical health that sometimes we forget that mental health is equally as important.
Sure.
if not more important, because we know that it starts here, right? If your mind is strong and your mind is healthy, the rest sort of falls into place. So
Yes.
with that theme, and with us partnering with Sipler this month, and we're running our 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sit-up challenge this month, what, as a coach, as an athlete, as a mum, as a woman, as a human being, Taryn, what is sort of your go-to or things that you do to help you cope, just with things around mental health and yeah, just sharing a little bit about that about yourself.
Jade, also basically, I mean, being in the water, going for a surf for me, and maybe I don't know if it's like this with every sport, but I find that if I go for a run, I'm often thinking about stuff on my run. When I go for a surf, my mind is literally thinking about the next bomb that's going to come through that I can paddle into. It's a way for me to completely switch off, completely just, be in a happy place and not worry about all the worries that are in life on a daily basis. I mean, it's the reality of life, really. There are always going to be things to worry about. So surfing is definitely one for me where I can just literally switch off and enjoy myself. And with that being said, like, you've got to find your sport that makes you feel that way. I love running, I do, and it's a time for me to go for a run and to think about things, and I enjoy it. But surfing is a place where I can go and literally just completely switch off and really just enjoy myself.
It's your real me time.
Exactly. It's my me time. And that's super, super important. Find a place where you can literally just have your me time and switch off and not have to worry or think about all the other stuff in life. It's super important.
Absolutely. For me, it's either so exercise so I don't know if you guys know this, but it's literally been scientifically proven that exercise and regular exercise helps reduce anxiety.
Oh,
helps
hugely.
ease anxiety. But for me, if I have to really think about my surfing in terms of how you feel about the surfing and what that offers you and lends itself to you in terms of that me time, for me, it's 100% when I'm in the pool playing water polo. So swimming,
You see,
playing water polo.
Exactly. It's like it's a passion, and I think that it's not only like you might have a number of sports, but there's one specific thing that you do, and maybe it's not even sport. Maybe it's reading a book, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Going to get your nails done, sitting at the hairdresser. I don't know.
Absolutely. Cooking.
Anything. Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. Beautifully said, and so true, and such a simple tool that anybody can adopt into their lives. And I think the thing there just ties back to what you said is number one success for clients being consistency, but having that stem through for the mental health practice as well, right? Being consistent with feeding your soul and feeding your mind in helping easing your anxiety, easing stress when you're going through something tough. Helping with mental health is being consistent with doing things that feed your soul. And I think that's what you're basically saying, right? Surfing feeds your soul.
Feeds my soul.
Feeds your soul.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. T, we could talk for hours, but thank you so much.
This has been so lovely.
I know, I loved it. I'm so lucky. I feel like, geez, I've hit the jackpot getting to chat to you twice in 1 week. But thanks so much. And thank you to everybody for being here, for listening in. This was so much fun.
Thanks,
and
guys. It's so awesome to hear your comments and see your comments. And guys, looking so forward to seeing more of you.
Yes. And even though technically Coach's Corner is over for today, if you guys have questions for Taryn, please pop them in the chat. Otherwise, you guys are welcome to reach out to her directly. You can find her on Facebook or Instagram, Jeff Coach Taryn, and chat to her directly if you'd like. Otherwise, yeah, as I said, in the comments here is also absolutely fine. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Awesome. Thanks, Taryn. You're amazing. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.